Cool.
Got it.
All right, perfect. Hey, John, how are you doing today? Can you hear me?
I'm doing good,
Uh, cool.
Eric.
Yeah, so
How
that's
about
great to have you here. And how's it going?
yourself?
I'm good. I'm good. So, I don't want to make too much of your time today. And then before we start the interview, I just want to, I want to make sure I understand how you're doing, and then we can start. During the even interview, I'm gonna ask you a little question about your experience and then how everything is. Feel free to be relaxed and chill. I don't want you to feel uncomfortable.
Mhm.
You just say everything transparently. Does that sound fair?
Yeah, of
All right,
course.
cool,
Let's
cool,
do this.
perfect. All right. Doing so basically, where were you before you joined my mentorship?
Yeah, so I guess before I joined Eric's mentorship, I was just working a 9 to 5, like the traditional rat race, truth be told. And in regards to like passive or side income, I was just kind of like sitting there on the sideline thinking like, oh, like what if I do this, or what if I like take the steps into venturing into this like capitalist idea. But that was me before Eric's mentorship. Yeah.
Got it, perfect. Let's start from the beginning. Like, how did you find me? You know, what was the turning
And
point? You decided, to reach out to me.
yeah. So in all honesty, I think I came across you through I think it was most likely Instagram.
Okay.
And at the time, you were just posting general Instagram posts in regards to how you were doing Airbnb for the most part. And I similarly aligned with you in regards to the fact that we both graduated from like a 4 year university, went through that idea and just like started working right away, come to realize like, hey, like you can only make so much working for somebody at the end of the day. And then kind of just pushing myself to finally take action. It was just like, hey, put yourself out there, network with the right people, and hopefully, good things will return. And as the results I've come across with Eric, that all of that has been true.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Just curious, right?
Yeah.
Were you ever skeptical on, if you were gonna make it or not?
Just like, I feel like everyone will have their lingering thoughts of like, oh, everyone claims you can make money off day trading. Everyone make claims you can make money off of, Airbnb. But at the end of the day, you won't really know until you try it out for yourself, truthfully speaking.
Got it for sure. So based on what you're saying is that, it's actually about you taking action as well, right? So you actually did the
Correct.
work, you commit to it, you spent a lot of time on it, and then you get results.
Exactly. You just put in the time and get your hands dirty, truth be told, with the business. And, it may seem overwhelming at first, but once you get once you do it yourself, you come to realize you can handle just about anything that gets thrown your way.
Got it for sure. So doing the whole mentorship, like how did you feel about, the whole program? Was there any part where you feel like you're kind of left out, or, is it like how was the whole support and everything?
I feel like from day one, it was just like the moment I reached out, you guys immediately followed up with me. I got a chance to meet your partner Jeff. Jeff was he was amazing to talk to. He was personable. I was able to connect to him. We related on a variety of subjects, and he was there just kind of like pushing, motivating me along the way. And in regards to you, Eric, like yourself, like you've chimed in for like on my behalf when it comes to any sort of like anomalies when it comes to Airbnb, just like crazy things that just might pop up. Like you are very comfortable and very what would I say? Like you're very highly skilled, and then you're very educated on the topic of short-term rentals and how to communicate with guests effectively. Yeah.
Thank you, appreciate that. And how long have you been, have you or joined the mentorship?
Um, if I were to guesstimate, I think I joined the mentorship, let's say around the beginning of June, and within like a few months' time, I was able to take action and then secure my first deal with your assistance right around July 4th. And within around 1 month's time, even less than 1 month's time with your help and guidance, I was able to be live on Airbnb and start making money like immediately.
Got it for sure. Can you tell us the result of what you have achieved so far? How much cash flow actually profit? Let's do profit. How much profit are you making each month right now on that property?
Each month on average, basically anywhere between 12 and $15,000
Right. That is revenue, right? So after all
with
the
a
costs
monthly,
and
and
everything.
yeah,
Oh, so your revenue 15 and
after all
then
the, what was that?
oh, so after all the costs, your rent, utility, like how much
Mhm.
do you profit per month out of the property?
Oh, oh, how much am I taking home each month?
Yeah,
I'm basically taking home anywhere between, I'd do $5,000 to $7,000 each month.
that's
Yeah,
crazy.
with minimal to no input, simply, check in with my cleaners, make sure the guests are happy at the end of the day. And in my regards, like I may be the exception in regards to I've been kind of handling things in like a midterm fashion knowingly, but yeah, just kind of being able to reap the benefits each month after putting in the like, hard sweat and labor.
Right, for sure. Yeah, so basically just for context for you guys, Jonathan actually got our insurance company to rent out his property, and they have been there for almost 4 months right now, and then they're actually extending out to end of the year, and then the insurance company pay out a lot, and we had the strategy involved in how to acquire an insurance company. So how many hours are you spending per week on this business?
Truth be told, anywhere between, let's say, an hour to 3 hours in my situation, simply following up with guests with whatever concerns they might have. And in like my situation, it's honestly just like maybe like once or twice a month, and and touching base with my cleaners. I'm very grateful for getting the opportunity to meet Eric and then learn under his mentorship and be able to, I guess, like facilitate and like have an open mind when it comes to just taking action and trusting your gut and then making the right moves, making the right educated decisions. And Eric has helped me produce results at the end of the day, and there's nothing more I could really ask from anyone.
Really appreciate that. So after, now you're taking on 5K, 6K profit every single month. How's that
Yeah.
help you as a person, as in your lifestyle? I mean, it's not that much, but had
Mhm.
that significantly change how you perceive how to make money and how maybe somehow change your lifestyle a little bit. It's not like you have to constantly go to work, make $5,000 a month when you can have that on the side.
Yeah, like before, taking action and getting involved into Airbnb, it was like I grew up in a I grew up in a household where you were raised with the mindset of you should continue learning how to save more money. And that at the end of the day, especially in the United States market and like how the dollar inflation just keeps escaping the average family, like you just have to figure out ways to make more money instead of uh, constantly saving for that rainy day, kind of like learning how to leverage, cash flow to make money at the end of the day, leverage credit as well to make more money at the end of the day. And it's, I guess I'm appreciative in the sense of like, I never have to really double take when it comes to like grocery shopping and like being like, okay, I'm gonna pick that just to make, just having that extra side income keeps me at peace when it comes to just day-to-day living, just like eating, truth be told.
That's good. That's good. Perfect. Right. Yeah, I really appreciate, all the feedback that you have. And then thank you for, trusting the mentorship. And again, I always told my students,
Trusting the
right?
process, yeah.
Trust the process. If you can trust the process, somebody have already done it before, it's best to just follow the guidance and really, be committed to doing what you say you want to do, right? So, after working with the team and then also achieving the result that you have right now, who would you recommend that, should work with us? And then who you shouldn't recommend?
I would recommend this mentorship to people who are maybe like on the fence with things. It's simply like I feel like it was life changing to, get a chance to meet you and Jeff and, come to meet people where they just want you to grow just as much as they like it's a two-way street. I'm here to help you. One day you're going to be there to help me. And it's just like through that beautiful relationship, just kind of met through social media organically, I was able to foster like solid relationships with other students from the mentorship and be able to, learn a lot of valuable things not, not just involved with short-term rentals or Airbnbs, but, you know, being conscious with, credit cards and making use of like rewards programs and traveling, smarter utilizing credit card companies. Those are lessons that, you're not going to get out of any 4-year education.
Exactly.
They're not going to teach you that when you're growing up in like K through 12.
Yeah.
And it's just like, if you want to learn how to make money, the people out there that are doing there, the people that are out there more than willing today. Yeah.
Got it. Got it. Sounds good. Well, I really appreciate, taking your time today just to hop on this quick call and then, really appreciate all the feedback you have.
Of course, Eric, it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure meeting you. And, I hope to continue building on this like relationship that we have. And hopefully we're going to be sitting back one day, sipping margaritas on a beach one day, just, hey, how's the business? And it's like, good. How are things over there?
For sure, for sure. That's the goal. That's the goal for sure. All right. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recordings now. Cool, cool.